It's like they'll cut out just before I fall on my ass on those roller skates.
Right?
Yeah.
Another Sesh Connection.
That's right.
Always the part of my Monday night that helps me sleep well.
Oh,
Gives me wonderful dreams.
lovely. What a lovely image.
I listen to NPR.
Do you have a water machine in your room too? Softly trickling stream.
That's what turns him on. Don't take this man to a waterfall.
Does the song "Don't Go Chasing Waterfalls" really hit home sometimes?
Most people have to urinate when they hear water.
What do
James
you-
is like, oh, yeah.
I feel like, sorry you bring it up, so weird cross reference. I feel like that's one of the best sad songs.
I do think so too.
Anyway, Tracy,
Hi.
it's the Sesh Connection.
It is.
What do you have for us?
Oh, I have a whole bag of goodies. But I think we'll save some stuff for a little bit more into the show. So we definitely have a distillate cartridge to try by Purple Bees, A Buzz Above. It is OG Kush Indica. It's going to be an 83%er. It's a half-gram cart.
That is the maybe.
Like
Purple
Applebee's?
But purple.
for
Feeling good in the neighborhood. It says it right on the box.
for reasons that I don't want to discuss, I would request that I get that cartridge.
I'll give you the box, James.
Fucking the size of a shoebox. It holds a fucking cartridge the size of my pinky.
The next thing we have, of course, is Munchies. We know we love us some Lydia over at Caviar.
Oh, she's so great.
I know. But this is a cookies and cream cereal bar treat by Munchies, which is
James.
also a sister company of Caviar.
Have you never had a Munchies?
I have not.
Girl, tell 'em.
Okay, so they have them in a bunch of different flavors, but they do cereals. So you have like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, you
Cookie
have
crisp.
Cookie Crisp, Oops All Berries, and then there's Cookie Dough, Cookies and Cream. These are literally like eating cookies, like a chewy cookies and cream bar. They're fucking delicious.
So good.
So it's one of those scenarios that we've talked about before where it's like, why does it have to be so many milligrams? Because I want to
Yes.
eat the whole
You want to eat the whole
fucking
thing. Yeah.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch
Absolutely.
is by far my all-time favorite.
We also
CTC.
have. Oh no, please! I'm sorry. We also have Oleo's chili lime mango rosin gummies.
Ooh.
10 milligrams a piece, 100 ml in the bag.
I am going to be fucking destroyed.
We've got a little bit of flour here that I don't think you've tried yet. So actually, none of you have tried this one because this was actually given to me by a tennis from Mountain Select. This is what's inside of here is it's in a different bag, but it is banana pancakes.
Ooh.
Yes, banana pancakes flour. So we'll try that.
Jesus Christ.
We know we have that. That's always in there. And then, of course, I got a Boulder bar by Incredibles. So there are 4 little pieces in here. They're nice and small pieces. They're 2.5s. It's just a sample bag, which I thought was awesome. But you didn't have to get the whole box. Like, you didn't have to get the whole chocolate bar.
Oh,
So-
that's what's up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
yeah.
really nice.
I know, right? It's like just a single serving package, and you can microdose it because each little square is 2.5, but the whole thing in general is 5 or 10
Perfection.
mil.
Love it. I absolutely love it.
Yeah. So that being said, I want to say let's probably start with an edible of some sort because that'll at least get it going, and then we'll probably kick right into some distillate. Which edible do you kids want to try first? You've got your choice of rosin gummies, cookies and cream cereal bar, or a chocolate bar. Talk to me.
You know, I'm waffling because the cookies and cream, it sounds like is going to ruin everything that comes after it.
You want to try that last because we've talked it up so much it's
But
delicious.
at the same time, it sounds like some of the others are more on the not chocolate spectrum.
I'll tell you what. We can start with a munchies. We can go to some distillate. We'll go to a rosin gummy. And then we'll go to a chocolate bar. So this way we kind of keep like the two goodies that I know are deliciously good in the front and back. That sounds delish.
Giddy up.
All right, let's fucking do it. So, again, this is munchies. This is the cookies and cream.
So
It's
tasty.
a 100 milligram bar, and each little piece is 10 milligrams a piece. So, it looks like that.
And you did a baking show with some of these,
Did.
if I remember correctly.
Yes. Yeah. They actually, if I'm not mistaken, they put it into cookies.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So how much is each one of these squares?
They are 10 milligrams a piece. 10 milligrams a piece.
Giddy up.
So, James?
Thank you for giving me the
very
small
welcome.
one.
Oh, it's
Ish.
not small. That's not what she said. So,
The only thing I don't like about these is that you taste the wheat a little.
Yes.
But it's just so good that you don't care.
right. This is one of those I'll agree with you. Like, I don't care that it has that hashiness because the rest of the cookie, everything about it makes up for that in the sweetness. I can say that they have other ones that actually do hide it a little bit better. Like, I'm a sucker for the Cookie Crisp one because that cookie, just the crunch in there, really, really hides that hashy taste. So for me, I would take these over a Chaos Bar anytime, which we will try probably next week at some point, which is a different brand, kind of a competitor to this in that sense. So we'll try that and kind of share and compare and go back to this.
I like the texture when you have the cookie in there. Not everybody's like that. I mean, I obviously took small bites because I was like trying to be all bougie and like Gordon Ramsay-ish about me tasting this shit because I want to pretend like I'm a pretentious prick.
Who's pretending?
God damn it.
So, I have a question, kids. Of course, you know I love the Rip and Sip. Would you like to do this out of the Rip and Sip, or would you like to do this out of a container or a pen?
Well, I have a question. Is this the only thing we're doing out of the Rip and Sip?
Probably not. I still have, we can do a comparison note to the...
Well, if it's only two, then we can do it in the Rip and Sip.
All right.
But
Yeah.
more than two, and that thing fucks me up.
Yeah, let's
How about we use the
let's
pen?
go small pours.
Let's use the pen, my friends. Oh, of course, he's definitely going to want this.
Yeah.
I hate
Purple
you both.
tipping and everything.
I love you both dearly, and you know that, but I also deserve all the
The
all of
razzing.
that.
Every last bit of it.
I can't be mad at it. Sorry, listeners, inside joke.
Is that all set and ready? We just pressing this little...
Yeah,
doobie
and
here?
what I would suggest is there's a little slide that's facing you currently, Tracy, so that
On
you
the front?
can slide it up and get a little more into your mouth.
That's what she said.
Phrasing.
Intentional.
Oh, look at that. Oh my. It does move up and down.
It's like peeling back the foreskin. Anyway.
This went entirely dark. I love it.
Yeah, we're kind of on one tonight, aren't we?
So I just push the button.
You do. Okay, so this was, as I said before, it's an OG Kush. It is a distillate, so it has botanical terpenes in it.
So was this the... So
Ooh.
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying close enough attention. That was inside a box.
Yep.
Is that accurate?
Yep.
And this was inside that.
Yep.
Cool. So it's like a little like a Russian
It's one
doll.
of those puzzle boxes, you know. It's like somewhere inside. If you get in there enough, you'll find the prize. Yeah, I always find it very strange how they pack a lot of things up. The Munchies bar doesn't really show it, but like a lot of chocolate bars are packed in such a way that you have to like maneuver the box with like one hand and pinch the sides and do this and pull out. It's like you need a third hand. You need a third hand.
Or you
It's-
just smash the box on
or,
the
yeah,
ground.
you just start ripping it and cutting it.
I actually want to point out something
Yeah.
because there's a terpene that I usually don't recognize, but after we talked about terpenes last week, I recognize it, and it's the eucalyptus one.
Oh,
Is that what it
Okay.
is? Because it is a flavor that
It's,
I am very unfamiliar with.
so like, but this sounds wrong because I'm depicting it inaccurately. But if you like breathe out your nose, it kind of smells like Bengay
yes. Yes,
in your mouth,
she's not wrong.
and that would be eucalyptus.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
But you want to touch on some terpenes too and what they're used for.
Absolutely.
Is that one that has a particular?
There's actually one
use?
on here that's called a eucalyptal.
Yeah, that's the one. I saw that when we were looking it up the other day.
Yeah.
It-
It apparently is a minty, cool, spicy, soothing smell, which again, that soothing and that spiciness, that's that Bengay you're talking about as well, that eucalyptus. And it apparently improves memory, like that's one of the features
And
of
it's
it.
not like a flavor that you're getting. I want to say that very clear. It's just like an off note. Like it's
It's an aromatic.
Yes.
It's
Right.
You know, it's sort of like you don't when somebody does garlic just right. You don't really taste it. It just comes out through the nose, as
Right.
Paige said. Yeah.
So, because Paige brought it up, if you want to grab onto that terpene page again or find a terpene page that'll list that stuff. The only reason why I'm going to have you pull that up is just to kind of see some of the stuff that we have here, because last week when we talked about terpenes, we talked a lot about with the nose and the different sense that you get from that piney or that hoppy or stuff like that. And something that we really didn't touch on is the fact that a lot of those same terpenes also have an effect on your body. For instance, while you're looking that up, and you'll see it right there. I mean, actually, the one that says common cannabis terpenes right there on the right. Myrcene, it reduces insomnia. And again, I'm just going to touch quick base on some of these. The humulene, it reduces inflammation. Limonene reduces anxiety. Camphene reduces stress, and pinene is an antidepressant. So again, even when you're smelling stuff like that, spicy, sweet in the myrcene, that earthy, it's also helping in your senses and in your cannabinoids to reduce that insomnia. So that's going to help not just smoking it and smelling it. It's going to help on every angle of that. Humulene being that hoppy, woody smell that you're tasting or whatever, that reduces, like I said, inflammation. So there's actual benefits to those terpenes internally, not just with your senses, but
it's-
each one of them touches on something that can help improve your body.
And it's nice that you can actually recognize it by scent. Mm-hmm. So you have a bit more knowledge walking into a dispensary and being able
Yes.
to recognize, okay, that has a little bit of pinene in it, like
Mm-hmm.
a piney scent. That can help with my depression.
Exactly.
And this one can help with my anxiety and things like that. That is
Exactly.
That's really great information to have under your belt, especially when you're walking in and you might have a new bud tender who isn't well versed in everything.
Right.
And these will help you navigate that world on your own.
Yeah, I agree. I absolutely agree. And I mean, I noticed that even myself, because I know we've talked about how I don't even look into, high THC. I don't look into sativa, indica hybrid.
Yeah.
I've kind of been even like talking to people rather when I'm at work, especially trying to, sell marijuana legally at the dispo. But it's one of those like you're trying to tell them when they're saying, oh, well, what's the highest THC? Well, you don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. It's not about that. We have some beautiful smelling stuff that's on our exotics, and they're all testing out at a 19%. That does not mean at all that it's shitty weed. It's that's actually a great number to be at on your
Yeah.
THC levels. Any higher do you really need to be? I mean, Especially if it smells good, you're fine.
I mean, you're still gonna smoke a whole bowl regardless.
Of course, yeah, yeah. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of just go over those to let you know that each one of these, when we're smelling them, also, or each reason that we smell something, or each thing that we're smelling has some kind of thing that helps inside the body as well. So I think next week we can even probably go over like some CBN, CBG. Helpful aspects of things and like how that actually helps the body and what different things are in there that can help. So
Yeah.
we'll go over that next week. But yeah, so I just wanted to touch on that with you guys. We can still keep passing around that
Can
this
we
little
try it in this
doodad.
guy now?
Yes, we can. Paige, actually, if you want to set that up, I will get the rosin gummies out.
Oh.
Ha 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 ha.
Oh, is that the chili ones?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
You know,
there's
I'm not a
yeah.
spicy girl, so I'm excited to try these.
Does this go back in there? I didn't want to fuck with that. So
Are we gonna run another one, or are you gonna go through the?
the rip and sip.
Yeah.
Yeah. We added a decoration earlier to the rip and sip.
It's a narwhal.
So, while she's setting that up, Oleo came out with their own version of a chili lime mango gummy. There are a lot of companies out there with a chili lime mango gummy. They really wanted to hit on a spicy angle for people that like a little bit of spice.
It's a proven flavor
It,
profile.
it really is. It really is. So I'm going to pass these around. And when you're eating this, I really like take a bite instead of like eating the whole thing down. Take a bite, really kind of see how it chews in your mouth, how it bites in your mouth. Like, because you've had gummies with me here before. We've had different ones. So we have an opportunity right now to kind of look at these and say, okay, how is that gummy? Do you like the chew? Do you like the spice? Does it come up on you? I mean, I think that all plays a part when you're picking a gummy, because there's so many gummies out
So it's good. The flavor profile is great. I do not like the gummy texture.
Okay.
It's like kind of like a Jello pop.
I have to agree. The flavor is on point. You even get like the tiniest little bit of tickle of spice,
Especially on the back end.
Exactly, you get it like almost on the swallow, and it's really cool. Flavor, absolutely, fucking 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. Love it. Texture, the problem is that it's sticky. Like, if you think about like a gummy bear, it's chewy, but it's not sticky.
Right.
It's like a gummy bear left in the heat. But I also appreciate that these are fresh and they're not hard as a rock and super duper chewy like some edibles that have been sitting on a shelf.
Fair enough.
Ooh, it gets a little spicier as it goes.
Yeah.
So I actually have a different take on this. I am not a fan. And that's only because I agree. I do not like the chew of it. It's very jellied. It reminds me of something my grandmother would have given me out of her pocket.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love the
100%.
qualifier on that, out of her pocket.
And then again, because maybe I'm a snob about it, I'm not really necessarily sure, but I've had other chili, lime, mango forms of a gummy that are, that are a infused gummy, and I've had better, and that's kind of how I feel on that.
I will tell you that this is the first gummy I've had with that flavor profile. And if they get better than that, especially from a flavor perspective, because I thought it had like just the right amount of little sour going on. The mango does come through. I love the flavor of mango. I hate the texture of mango. And then that chili kick that kind of happens on the back end, and it does develop as you, especially because we took little bites and went through it. It's just like, it's still hanging back there. I fucking love that. Texture, in my opinion, the texture is not what I would
be
desire.
desired, yeah.
It's not the
You're going to
worst.
need a napkin afterwards.
It's
Even
not,
if you like grab it, like it's sticky. It leaves a residue versus or most gummies. And like you, I've never had that flavor profile. I also am not a fan of that flavor profile, and I
Right.
actually really enjoyed it. It wasn't very spicy at all, and it was a mild spice at the end. So I loved the flavor.
Okay.
It was gross to touch.
Fair enough. And these are rosin. Remember that too. So they're not hardcore. They're not going to get you super fucked up. It's just, again, they're full spectrum. They're solventless. So they're not just going to give you that psychoactive effect from just distillate THC. It's actually hitting on all the cannabinoids in your system, hence the words full spectrum. So,
Awesome.
yeah, so these are definitely going to hit a little bit differently. I know that we've, and just to mention too, the cookies and cream is made from a distillate and canna butter, which again, the canna butter
That's
is
why
actually
you're-
why you're tasting that
Yeah,
hash.
100%.
Yeah, yeah. So go ahead.
Can I push the button? Can
of
I figure
course,
this out
5
myself?
times. 5 times.
Oh.
There we go. And then twice.
And
Aha.
do you have to hit it twice to make it stop?
Just once. You stop it when you
I
want to
think
stop
I think
it.
we're all learning our limits with this silly fucking thing.
100%.
We-
I have to take it off, right?
Yes.
That first night you brought that over, was Armstrong was here, and he had to
Yes.
leave because he was so fucking stoned, and he only took like what 1.5 of those,
That's right.
and called me a pussy the whole fucking time.
That's fucking delicious. Like
In
that. That's my favorite cartridge that you've brought thus far.
Oh, really?
I
Okay.
really, really like that.
Okay. Is it because you're feeling those, like you're now digging on those terps and you're
Oh,
understanding
100%.
more? Or-
Like,
okay.
especially, like, I was able to recognize it from the get-go. Especially because when I was reading it, it, like, stood out because, one, I love eucalyptus. And, you know, two, it's just a fun word and learning about everything. But, yeah, definitely, like, it's very smooth, very... a little bit pinol, or how is that the term?
Pinene,
Pinol?
or
Yeah, like a
there's-
little
yeah.
piney, a little eucalyptus.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah, both of the cartridges that you have so far showcased have a similar, like, backbone. And it's something that I'm very unfamiliar with. It's very good. I like it a lot. It's a
For sure.
terpene that I don't think I've had much experience with.
yeah, that
Okay.
one I've really never tasted something
I taste
like
the
that.
woodiness that you're talking about.
Yeah. Mostly it's, you know, it's always like a citrusy, hazy, hoppy, because that's what they're going after with the crowds, and that's what's more crowd pleasing. So it's nice to have something that's a little off the brand.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like, I don't know how to describe it. It actually, it tastes like I imagine the tops of trees through the wind. Like that, it's not like super earthy. It's like airy, and there's something very it's leafy. I don't know. It's very cool.
Well,
it's
if-
very cool.
If I'm not mistaken, too, and again, we can reapproach this next week. I'll do some more research. But distillate is going to be more of that, like, THC taste. Like, that's what you're going to get when you're smoking a distillate, as opposed to, like,
Okay.
a live rosin, where you'll actually get stuff reintroduced. So you'll actually get that weed taste, but you'll also get something like if they put like citrus to it, or if it has like strain specific to it or a taste specific to it, like maybe a blueberry or something in there, or grape. Like, you know how the clear has grape, or they have
Yeah.
clementine or something like that. So the difference is that, like, that's actually got a taste to it, where this is just going to taste like weed. Distillate is going to taste just like the weed. So you're getting more of that weed taste as opposed to anything else. Let's see.
Oh,
So
dear
it's
God.
it's time.
This
We're
is
doing
a baby one.
This is a baby one.
Hakuna your tatas over there, sir.
So
Fucking A.
do you
I think you two are getting a little too comfortable around me.
Can you rip this, or do you have a little knife? I know you've got knives somewhere. Oh, thank you. Yes, we use weapons on this show.
So I had to open something with a knife the other day. And
Did you hurt yourself?
well, no, I had so I flipped it open and there was no problem. And then there are so many different ways
Just-
that
Obviously,
there's
I'm
a
having
safety.
issues.
Just cut it along the mat in front of you. Oh, okay.
No, I wanted to close it.
Oh,
Yeah. See,
Understood.
this is the problem that I have because there was like an issue with the safety, so I didn't know where it was. So I was like looking for it, and then I thought for a second, I'll just wait until someone else can get home and show me how to do this. And so I was gonna put it back into my nightstand drawer, and then I thought maybe I'll forget about this, and maybe at 3:00 in the morning I might cut my finger off looking for chapstick. So then I Googled it and I figured it out, but they're tricky. Knives
Google.
are tricky.
Google
Those
works
little
every time.
safeties.
Oh yeah.
They're safety proof for me.
Child proof, safety proof. It's a Tracy proof. This is an incredible bar. This is apparently the bar that I think a lot of people like. It's called the Boulder Bar. It's cannabis, it's milk chocolate, and toffee bits.
oh,
They are 2.5, so this is just a sampler container. Not that we haven't sampled a whole bunch already.
right off the bat, my first thought is, I want a little more toffee.
Really?
I like the crunch. From a chocolate perspective, tastes good. It's not weedy, which is nice.
I hear what you're saying with the toffee bits. Like it's like a score bar that just didn't make the cut.
You just need a little, not a ton more. It doesn't need to be like a 50-50 split, but just a touch more. Give me a little more texture.
Right. Right.
You're like teasing me with the idea of texture.
But all in all, not bad. Definitely something I'd probably overconsume.
Paige,
I don't like milk chocolate or toffee.
I watched
She
Paige's
doesn't.
face as she ate that, and it was
okay.
not a pleasurable experience.
But I'm not going to finish that. If anybody wants my chocolate, it's right there. So it has a good crunch factor to it. That's nice. If there was more toffee, I might have thrown up in my mouth. It was very chocolatey. It didn't taste like weed. That was really nice. It's only because I don't like milk chocolate and I don't like toffee.
That's fair.
Nope.
Yeah.
That's a conversation for
So you
off
don't
mic.
like Heath bars? You're not a Heath bar.
Oh
fanatic.
God, I'm not a Heath bar person, and I love toffee.
I mean, I like
fucking
me a good
hate
Scores
Heath
bar.
Most chocolate bars are not. I'm not a friend with chocolate.
Oh, that's right.
Dark
yes,
chocolate.
you have
It
to
has
take
to
the
be-
D pill.
Ooh.
Well,
D pill.
it's a lactate. It's not a deep pill. Calling it that.
Because I keep calling it her diarrhea.
She keeps calling it my diuretic, and it's not my diuretic. It's just a dietary supplement.
I, for some reason, cannot get that out of my brain. Like, that's every time we
It's a
talk about
lactate,
that.
and I can have milk chocolate with a lactate because it's over processed, but I just don't prefer it.
It's never going to filter into this brain,
I
into
know.
this noodle here. Yeah, it's
But
never.
that's the first time you've ever called it a D pill.
Yeah, the D pill. Yep, good
That's what
times.
it is. It's a D pill.
So we've tried some stuff here. We have the live resin. I really want to do a comparison right now of the Purple Bee product to the Pyramid Live Resin product.
Do you want this device again, or are we going to go with the rip and sip?
We're gonna rip and sip.
Okay.
We're gonna rip and sip.
Let's do it.
Giddy
Only
up.
because to me, I don't know how you guys feel, but I feel like it's a clean hit each time for some odd reason. Just getting that smoke rather than just sucking right from the oil in. I don't know, just different for me. Plus, I like the rip and sip.
I don't dislike it. It just has a high potential for complete fuckery.
As long as you remember to hit the button in time. I feel like every single time I've told you to stop, you've been like, what? What?
Huh? What does
Huh?
stop mean?
Tracy doesn't know that no means no.
I don't. I'm a total
Hashtag
like
me too.
yeah, I'm a
She
total
doesn't know
frat
when to
boy.
stop.
See, what the listeners don't know is that after every episode, Paige and I pass out, and Tracy has her way with us, and we have weird, odd recollections of it, but we can't prove anything.
All they know is that their
I'm gonna set
legs
up a
are
video
very
camera
painful.
one day. Oh!
Why do my inner thighs hurt?
Stop it!
How the fuck did I get rug burn?
Are my
That would
knees
be
red?
something I would say.
God, we keep diving into dark places tonight.
It's been a dark.
When do we
place
not
for me.
dive into dark places?
I know.
Can we
That's
just
so
be
true.
completely honest? Because
Very
I have
true.
never been on a podcast with you guys that didn't end in a dark place.
She's not wrong.
This is why I don't tell my coworkers about this.
It's okay. I see them pop up on your social. I'll friend them.
Fun fact, I don't friend any of my coworkers on my social.
So in comparison,
I like the purple one better. But only because it's like I'm recognizing that one particular flavor profile that I don't really get to see all the time. And that one just tastes like another cartridge.
It's better than the average cartridge. It is. It actually has a flavor profile. It doesn't taste like fucking butane or whatever the hell they use to.
butane.
But I don't think that one tastes like butane.
This one or the purple beet?
No, the one
Yeah.
we just hit. It's the purple one is better, without question. But I don't dislike that one. It's just not as good.
Agreed. I get kind of an aftertaste of like a men's cologne around Christmas time. Like
Which one?
What a very
this-
specific
I didn't say it
comparison.
smelled like, like men's, like college men's
She's
shirt
always
and
specific.
Axe body spray. I mean,
I mean, you kind of did.
yeah, I would say like something more cinnamony, like
What was the one when
More
we what
cinnamon
was
than
the
Axe body spray.
no what was the one when we were growing up? It was like Stetson or some shit where
Was
it
it
was the guy
Stetson or-
that
Yeah,
it
oh,
was just
yeah.
like the silhouette of a guy.
on his horse.
What the fuck was that? That's
Dude,
what
you were a Stetson man at some point in time.
No.
In like the 90s, you were a CK1 person or an exclamation girl.
I was a CK1
I had
person.
both. I had both.
in my entire life I have
Exclamation.
probably worn cologne or a scent less than 50 times. Like it's just not. It's like meh.
Yeah, but I mean, this is totally like Christmas. A man
I'm sweet
at
enough
Christmas time.
already.
Yeah, so that's what I got going for us. Otherwise, we got some flour, and I know we're gonna kind of taste test that elsewhere. Or
Yeah, why do we do that?
do.
I really
Pause and
am
come back.
terrified of that.
I'm not terrified.
At this point in my day, I am. Let's pause.